I'm an environmental and archaeological scientist specialising in radiocarbon dating. Carbon-14 dating is a process where we use carbon-14 to figure out how long it is since a plant or animal died. So we look at the changes of carbon-14 over time. My specific research looks at animals from marine and terrestrial environments and looking at the carbon content in them and interpreting the age of those animals. Animals that live in fully marine or fully terrestrial environments are very easy to interpret the age of. However, when animals live in environments where both terrestrial and marine carbon interact, then the interpretation of the radiocarbon age becomes very complex. This is a problem because it was quite common for radiocarbon dates on these animals to be several hundred years out of what people expected them to be. I use a range of other isotopes, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur and oxygen, to figure out whether it comes from marine or terrestrial sources. And as a result of that, I was able to accurately date one of the earliest human settlement sites in the remote island Pacific at about 3,200 years ago. So this is the first time people actually got into the Pacific area where the islands are so remote you cannot see them, and you actually have to have very well developed sailing skills to get to these places. Most recently, my research has concentrated on looking at seasonal growth bands within shellfish, especially in areas where monsoonal rains can bring terrestrial carbon into the environment, and then later on in the season the marine waters come in and inundate the shells. This is a direct link to those past populations and how they adapted to many of these environmental changes. Gives us a way to look forward into our future and figure out how these sort of environmental changes are going to have an impact on us.